Welcome to the Jointery Podcast, the podcast where we study the lives of two dads trying to find the balance between the family, hobbies, and work. This week on the Jointery, we discover...
It's because I'm still fat, bro. You still look at me, you're like, oh yeah, that's still a fat guy.
Let's search for the meaning of life as it has never been witnessed before. The Jointery Podcast.
I'm me from go, dude. You know, there's no warming up, bro. Like,
I'm so pissed. I made the best joke like 15 seconds ago before we hit record.
yeah, you were comparing me to Will Smith.
Well, you said you were going to be wearing like some white like outfit. I said, yeah, you could look like Will Smith in Bad Boys, where he's wearing that white linen suit.
It's like the fat white version. Just like Will Smith, bro.
Just like him. It's like fucking looking in a mirror.
Does it mean I'm gonna slap Chris Rock too when I see him? Hey, bitch! Stop talking about my wife.
Oh, god damn it, man! I missed you. I haven't talked to you. I feel like I haven't talked to you in like a month. It feels like, Jesus,
dude. You know what I feel the last month feels like, right? You know, like when you're sitting there, okay, and like you fucking all you want to do is you want to sit down on the couch for like fucking 20 minutes and just not be bothered, right? And then you sit down, and the second your ass cheeks hit that couch, somebody tells you to get up, right? To do something.
Yeah, believe me, I know.
That's like what my life is like all the time. It's like anytime I sit down, I got like this anxiety that somebody's going to come tell me I got to get up and do something immediately. Like,
I feel like that like 24/7, obviously with just my kids, but especially like over these last couple of weeks, same thing, man. I haven't been home in like 3 weeks. It feels like,
dude, and I'm gonna be gone for like the next 3 out of 4 weeks.
I know. So, like, I was gone. Now you're gonna be gone. So glad we're fitting this in when we can, because Jesus Christ,
dude, we it's a world tour, bro. World fucking tour. Hey, wait, I want to show you something real quick though before we get too started. Look at my shirt, dude. I just got this new shirt. It says "I am your father," and it's a cassette tape and an
I love
icon.
that. Yeah, so it's for people who can't see it and aren't going to go watch this on YouTube. It's a cassette tape dressed like Darth, and then iPad or an iPod. That's awesome. I am your father. That's so great.
I got some new shirts. They're all Star Wars shirts.
Are they all like themed differently though? Like that one's obviously like that.
This is the only funny one. The other ones are more serious. You know, if there's such thing. Like one of them is like the targeting from the trench run. Another one is some artistic TIE fighter X-wing fight, and the third one is like a sunset scene over Tatooine or some shit. I can't remember.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
I do a lot of my shopping when I'm stoned. So.
Yeah, well, it's a good one. It's a good place to do it. Or a good time to do it. I mean, I just actually, speaking of t-shirts and cleaning and shirts and clothes, and Debbie hit me up like 3 days ago. I was like, all right, bro, you need to go through your shirts. You have too many goddamn shirts. So like our closet basically had to get gone through this week, and I went through and found a ton of shirts I fucking never wear anymore, and I found shirts that I thought I had lost that were tucked in between other shirts that were farther in the back.
Shit, that's all. Did they still fit?
Well, that's the thing, is because I've lost like 20 pounds over the last couple of weeks, or last few months. I'm actually fitting in some of my old shirts, which is nice. I have like a whole new wardrobe, which is great.
What's your diet secrets, man?
I just don't eat anymore. It's got to the point where I just stopped eating. No, I just I cut out soda, man. I cut out soda, and I cut out eating fourth meal, which was always my big thing. I would put the kids to bed, Debbie would go to bed, and then I'd eat another whole meal, while I'm sitting there watching TV. And so I've cut that out. But the whole point was I found fucking my Darth Vader shirt. He's standing there and he's taking a selfie, and it's like a shot. You see like it's like a picture of him, and he's holding his cell phone. and you see the screen of him taking the selfie. I thought that was a fun shirt.
And that's why you lost weight?
No, I said the whole point of we were talking about shirts and stuff. We were talking about clothes. No, I didn't mean that.
Well, congrats on losing 20 pounds, bro. That's impressive.
Thanks, man. No, I was just saying I doubled my wardrobe because I found a bunch of old shirts that I thought I couldn't fit in anymore, and now I do. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anybody noticed and said anything?
No. It's because I'm still fat, bro. I'm still super fat. You know what I mean? So it's not like 20 pounds. Like you still look at me, you're like, oh yeah, that's still a fat guy. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right. But I've noticed. You know what I mean? Like I've noticed that it's not. So that's all that matters. Shirts fit me a little bit better. That's the main thing. I mean, it's really about shirts. Like shirts, my belly is slimmed down a little bit. It's basically all that's changed. Yeah. So, and I feel a little bit better. To be honest, I feel a little bit better.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, man.
I'm fucking happy for you.
I have a Frankie sighting.
Yeah.
He poked his head out and ran. He's like, oh, he's got headphones and a microphone. And he's like, oh hell no, I'm out. Disappeared.
Shit, man. Yeah, we talked about this before. That would have just encouraged my kids to come running through the door. They think they're fucking celebrities, man. So
well, they are. You've turned them into celebrities.
Yeah.
I've been. That's the one way I've been keeping up with you through Instagram is your front porch weathers and stuff every morning while I'm on my trip. I'm still getting the Chicago weather in LA, which I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, Bubs did it on Friday, and holy hell, man, that kid has no concept of temperature.
I know.
He said it was like either 0 or 20 degrees, and it was like 70.
Yeah, I love that shirt though, man. It's a great one. I love artistic shirts or you know what I mean. Like I love shirts like
fun
shirts, fun, playful shirts.
Well, we were going to my buddy's house, and this isn't the reason I bought the shirt, but my buddy always is interested in what shirts I have, right? So I know that if I wear some fun shirts, like he'll definitely make a comment on it. So
it's like an instant topic starter for you guys.
Not that we need it, but it's always something. I try to impress him with my ability to find a good shirt.
Is there a level of stress before the trip? It's coming. Is that why you bought the shirts? Because you knew you were going?
No, it's because I bought the shirts because I was sitting there thinking about my trip, right? These trips. And I was like, man, I want to work in some new shirts. Because most of my new shirts are like fucking some tool company shirt, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to look like a handyman on vacation. So I'm like... I can afford to buy a couple shirts. It's not a big deal. These shirts are like $20 each. I'm like, fuck it. We're going to buy 4 and I'm going to fucking, I'm going to wear these things for the next 4 years. So they're all going to have fucking glue stains and fucking paint shit on them.
Oh, no, totally. Have you separated clothes yet? Have you made the distinction? These are shop clothes versus my other clothes, my civvies.
Yeah. I have though I have gotten much better at not ruining my clothes while I'm in the shop. I have a lot of shirts that have fucking just glue all over them, right?
Oh, totally.
And I keep wearing them, right? So I've learned that if you have glue on your shirt and you wash it 20 times, it starts to get dried out and flaky, right?
Yeah.
Even the waterproof glue, right? I could be a testing on the longevity of wood glues, but so I definitely have those ones that are this is not a it's more like any shirt could be a shop shirt, but shop shirts, not every shop shirt can be an everyday shirt.
Oh, for sure. Well, of course. Yeah. And the worst is when I'm in here and I'm fucking doing something, and I'm all of a sudden I'm doing oiling or I'm gluing or I'm something, and I don't remember what shirt I'm wearing, and I'm not paying attention, and then I'll fucking like look down and I'll have glue like on my shirt that I'm like, and I'm like, oh fuck, why am I wearing this shirt? And the worst part about it is I look over and my apron's like 4 feet away from me, and I'm like, fucking dummy.
That's the
like,
worst, dude.
Like
I bought all these polo shirts for work, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't know what to tell you, but it is physically impossible for me to eat while wearing a polo shirt and not get something on the shirt.
Oh, I've no doubt. I guarantee you, I would do the same thing.
Like any shirt, like all my shirts. Like I don't know what it is. Like I could go a meal and not get anything on a regular T-shirt. I could go a meal and not get anything on a dress shirt. But if I get a fucking polo on, 100% it's getting some shit on. I don't know if those other shirts should just have like some kind of like 1 or 2 hit rule where like the first 2 things don't stick to it or whatever.
Yeah.
But like fucking polo shirts. Oh god, dude. I don't know what the fuck.
Debbie's
I've already ruined half of the shirts I got.
Already?
I've only worn them once.
Jesus. Debbie's the same way, dude. Debbie, we can't take anywhere. No matter where we go to eat, a nice event, anything. That girl is going to spill something on her shirt. Like it's just like there is a guarantee. It's just like even no matter how careful she is, it's just oh my god, man. She has so many shirts with the same thing, just one little stain on it. It's just like,
dude. So speaking of eating, right? Wait, can you hear that vacuum? Can you hear the vacuum?
Yeah, that was a hell of a segue too, by the way.
Hold on. I was trying to work towards it. Hold on.
Speaking of eating, we are
speaking of eating. Oh, dude. Look, okay, because realize, okay, look, I we can't bullshit around about this. Dude.
I know you have a shit ton of stuff to talk about.
But I got a fuck ton of things on my list that I'm like, we need to get to. And like, we're already 11 minutes in. And like, I've got some serious shit we need to talk about.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
so, like I haven't seen you in a couple of weeks. I haven't talked to you. I thought we could, bullshit a little bit, get to, talk about.
Dude, we don't got time for this, man. Look, if we're gonna be late on the next couple of weeks' episodes, we got to make these fuckers bangers.
All right, let's go. Get to it. This is for Tracy. This is for Tracy, by the way. Go, Tracy.
Who's Tracy?
M&T Tracy. She messaged us the other week and was like, "I love it when you guys miss weeks." Because your next one is super like just crazy. So strap in. Here we go.
Fucking write it on it. Cause like I only write the weird shit down. I'm like, and okay, so here's the thing. I've noticed a new food trend. Okay.
Yeah.
That I want to kill. Right? I want to kill it before it becomes like a real thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've seen it or not.
Like Skynet or something.
Yes. I feel like I had a fever dream, okay? And future me came back and said, you need to stop the hot honey trend, okay?
Wait,
stop hot honey. Hot honey. Fuck hot honey.
Oh, dude. You're going to lose a patron right here.
What are you talking about?
Our boy Dave Miller is a huge hot honey fan.
No, fuck Dave, okay? Seriously. I like him, okay? Motherfucker knows a flush trim, okay? I get it, right? But fuck hot honey, right? Every time I go eat pepperoni pizza now, they either want to put hot honey on the fucking thing or they give you like a side of hot honey. Okay? Like
what?
Yeah. And there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna fucking probably be upset with me on this, right? And they're gonna say, but sweet and heat, I'm okay with sweet and heat. I like sweet and heat, okay?
Yeah.
Like, but for some reason, we went to this pizza joint, okay? And it was one of those ones where it was like an oven-fired pizza place, okay, where the crust is real thin, but the crust is thin, but the whatever outer crust on the fucking pizza is like big and poofy,
Oh yeah, that's how pizzas are out here. Yeah,
I don't know, fucking fine, whatever, California, New York style, whatever. I don't know. It's It's not my favorite kind of pizza. Anyways, fucking they serve hot honey, and I was like, oh okay, yeah, hot honey, that's fine. And like it completely drowned out all of the flavor. All I could taste was the hot honey, right?
I didn't even know I've never even heard of this.
That's why I'm trying to get ahead of it, right?
Yeah. It's probably a good idea.
Right? Because like when you see it, I want you to be like, oh yeah, Luke told me about this. It's fucking stupid, right?
Yeah.
And we went out. It's happened now 4 fucking times at least. We went out for I had a work thing, right? And everybody had a lot to drink, but we would stop at this pizza joint. We ordered a pizza, and it came with a side of hot honey. And I'm like, pepperoni pizza does not need hot honey. I'm sorry.
So wait, it's you dip it? That seems weird.
No, they want you to drizzle it over your like it's some kind of fucking experience.
Okay.
They want you to get fucking go from being like getting grease all over you to getting grease and sweet sticky stuff, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm in for sticky pizza. Like I don't know. That sounds weird to me. That's something I would never have thought of as honey on pizza. That's
hot
strange.
honey and right. So like you know, like when you bite into a piece of pepperoni pizza, it's always a little bit greasy and the cheesy and tomato sauce. It's already a fucking mess, right? It's why I love one of the reasons I love pepperoni pizza. But then you add, it's like fucking adding barbecue sauce to a sloppy Joe. Like you don't need extra liquid in that situation. Okay.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
And the hot honey, it totally killed the flavor of the pizza.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. My next thought was, it seems like such a strong thing to put like completely different like flavor profile than to put on. Maybe the heat of the pepperoni and the heat of the honey kind of play together. I don't know. That seems weird to me though. That's something I would never have expected. And yeah, I mean, I've never never had it. So I mean, I can't. I can get on your team probably. I could probably get on your team.
You need to commit, motherfucker. Like,
I don't know. I love honey and I love heat. So I mean,
look. If you next time you go out and you go to like a wood fire pizza joint, okay?
Yeah.
I bet you 50-50 chance there is an option for hot honey on that pizza. And for some reason, this is the only place that I ever see this hot honey shit pull up, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, it doesn't. I don't know what application it could work for otherwise. Like it might be maybe if it was like on a sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwich, I could see hot honey maybe being like a cool little extra thing, right? But like it is such a powerful flavor that it just completely murdered me. And so we need to make shirts that say "Stop Hot Honey." Okay.
Wait. Can it? Do we have to stop all hot honey, or can it just be stop hot honey on pizza? Like, are you?
I think we need to be safe about this.
We just need to kill all hot honey,
right? Yeah, we need to stop hot honey now, dude. It's fucking. It is early enough that we could do something about this, Ben. And I think that like we've been looking for a cause for this podcast. Okay, and I'm thinking this is it. Right, I'm very passionate about telling hot honey to go fuck itself.
Oh man, Dave's swerving off the road right now. He listens while he drives. You understand that?
Motherfucker needs a mouth guard in his fucking glove box. Okay, I'm telling you. What the fuck's Dave putting hot honey on? How'd you find out about Dave's love of hot honey?
I don't know. It was just a conversation we had one day, and like I don't even remember honestly. He'll have to come on and tell us, but. I think he says he likes to put a little behind his ear, and he likes to, it's just a little like, just a little something. He's like, it's like peanut butter for Ted Lasso, is hot honey for.
Maybe like I like honey, peanut butter, and banana sandwiches. Like maybe the hot honey in there could be another angle there. I'm just saying that I've just seen it show up at the pizza joints.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
and I am.
Yeah, you're anti, and I'm with that. It does not sound good to me.
Some people are afraid to take stances in life, in the fear of starting shit with people. I'm not one of those people. I'm ready to say fuck hot honey.
That's the T-shirt, by the way. If
you're
gonna make it, it's fuck hot honey. That's the shirt.
That's fine. I'm down with that.
Okay. Yeah. I'd wear a fuck hot honey shirt. That's actually it's actually funny.
Oh, God. That was one of the. That was like the one that was on my list too. That was in all caps.
Oh my god, dude, that is too fucking funny.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, I got another one for you.
Yeah.
So okay. Do you ever like hear a song, right? And it's like stuck in your head, but you can't remember the lyrics, and you can't remember how like exactly how it is, but you know the tune of the song. You ever try to like go into Google or to Siri and try to sing the song to see if it'll tell you what song it is?
No, I've never tried to go like, hey Google, you know this. No, I've never done that.
No, because like I know I think Siri has Shazam built into it, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know the app Shazam. Yeah.
And I know that Google could do it, right? And I thought I saw some shit, right, where I thought I saw some shit where
Siri.
With Google where it was like if you sing into the song into Google, it'll tell you what the song is, right?
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
Well, okay.
should we try it?
Well, no, because I'm going to tell you what happened when I did try it. Okay. Okay, and the song here, I'm going to pull up on my Instagram because I use the song. I love this fucking song, so I use it on today's post. Hold on, I'll tell you the song.
I know exactly what song it is. It's the one that fucking I used yesterday.
This one.
Yeah. You didn't see?
Yeah.
Somebody yesterday posted. Who was it yesterday that posted? Oh, it was Frank from Real Frank Does It. He posted yesterday. Can everybody stop, please, using this song? And he at the end of his thing was like, "Damn it, I just used the song again," or something like that.
Well, okay. So I didn't know what that song was. So I started singing it. I said, "Okay, Google." I was like, "Ooh, da, 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 da," and I'm singing into this thing, trying to get it to tell me what song it is.
Ooh, working body.
And Google responded to me with, "I don't know a song about diabetes."
Diabetes, take the wheel.
Did you almost spit your coffee out your nose, bro?
I did. I almost did. All over the microphone.
I did. I should have waited till you. Yeah, it fucking was like. I was like, I don't know about diabetes, but here's some websites you should look into it. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, how'd you get diabetes out of me asking you what song this is, man?
Google now translates.
Like I know, like Google knows a lot about me, and I have Googled a lot of different desserts. Yeah. It knows that I'm into desserts, but like, why the fuck do you got to think the song I'm trying to sing is about diabetes, man?
It's been trying to figure out a way to sneak that into you, bro. It's been trying to figure out.
It's what Google's been trying to work it into conversation.
Yeah. They're like, bro.
By the way, I haven't had much time to talk to you lately. We didn't talk about diabetes. Like, motherfucker.
I know your search history, and I see where you're headed. Maybe Google's coming online and starting to get smarter.
Dude, I guarantee you, if I go and like like how you have like all the web pages still open, like if you hit the thing and it's like I have 82 tabs of website stuff open right now. On my phone.
What's the percentages of food searches? That's what I want to know.
That's what I say. Okay, here's a menu. One menu. Two. Here's the thing about barbecue. I've been really thinking a lot about sausages lately. Two. There's a lot. I'd say.
Can we clip that, please? Somebody.
What? I've been thinking about sausages lately. Yeah, dude. Oh, here's another one. Gino's Pizza. Yeah, there's a fair amount of these that are fucking food related stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Most of them, a lot of stuff about glasses. I've been thinking about getting new glasses. Yeah, it's all It's exactly what you would expect it to be. It's like things I'm interested in buying, food, 3D files that I would like to print, and then it's Star Wars stuff. That's really what all of it is.
That actually is kind of that would be a kind of a funny thing, like Google like search roulette. You know what I mean? Like what is in your what are the top 5 things in your search in your search thing?
I mean, I wonder if that's like how do you do that? Like, hold on, when you
click on Google and you click on search, doesn't it drop down the last few things?
Safari search history iOS.
No, like when
Okay.
you just go on your Google thing and your Google app and you click on the search box to type something, and it should drop down a list of the last like.
Oh, see, I don't use the Google app. I use an
Oh,
iPhone, right?
okay.
So you got to tap bookmarks at the bottom of the screen, tap the clock icon. You want to see? Okay, you want to see what this comes up with? Technically. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Here. Um, let's see.
Let's
Yeah.
just do top 10. I'll
Okay.
do
Here's
my
my
top
top.
10. You do top 10.
Okay, and yeah. Okay, here it is. You ready? Here's my top 10 last searches on Google. Okay, excluding the one that we just did, which is what's your search history? Okay,
Yeah.
Dog friendly Uber. Okay, how to get a dog friendly Uber.
Okay.
All right. 4-piece anti-vibrational kit for washing machines that I could use for my 3D printer. The sear. What is the capability of a sear box on a Camp Chef smoker? Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay. Ooh, will there be a season 4 of Lost in Space?
That's a good
What
one.
is this number? We're gonna say this is number 5. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Parmesan garlic spaghetti sauce recipes.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. A Squirtle image search.
Squirt.
Yep. Let's see. I was searching for a I don't know. Let's call this number 7. I was searching for. There's a Siri shortcut where you could make ChatGPT. Siri run ChatGPT instead of Siri. Okay.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Search for candy dispensers, 3D files. A search for mini racquetball rackets. Oh no, mini racquetballs. And I'd say the last one is images of Keanu Reeves not touching women. Those are like my last 10.
Keanu Reeves not touching women? Oh, because there's that whole thing about him. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, like when he takes pictures of women, like he never touches them. But yes,
Yeah.
would you expect anything different from my last 10 Google searches?
Mine were Daisy, the video game, because my brother told me about it. The BMW logo, because I just did the lasering for that. Christopher Reeves. I don't really remember why I googled Christopher Reeves. X-Fasten double-sided tape. Chicken fried rice recipe for the Blackstone. Zootopia 2. When's that coming out?
Is it coming out?
There's no release date yet.
Okay.
Netflix golf series, because I was just at the PGA Open and I just wanted to check that out. And then Breakfast Near Me. Those are my last 10 because I was just out of town. So whenever I go out of town, first thing I Google in the morning when I wake up is near breakfast.
Okay, let's go to the next layer. What level? Where did you go for that breakfast?
I went to first day. I walked down to the IHOP, which was closest to me. That was open. And then the next day, I went to the Johnny Rockets, which is a burger kind of joint out here.
Right.
It's kind of like a diner kind of thing.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good. They had good food. I totally hacked their menu, right? So I was like looking for breakfast, and I was like, dude, I don't really want like pancakes. I don't want a bunch of stuff. I just want some like eggs and some like sausage and like something like that, right? So instead of like going and ordering like a meal, I went down to their sides, and I could get an egg for $1.59. So I ended up spending like $6. I bought 3 eggs and 2 pieces of sausage, like sausage patties. And I was out of and a coffee, and I was out of there for $9. I was like, dude, that's like the hack of all hacks, man. I just ate I cut it all up and made it like a scramble kind of thing. Oh,
wait, you made one of those chopped sandwiches?
No, dude, I want to make one of those so bad. I now see everybody making them. I haven't made one yet.
Dude, you are the sandwich expert of this show.
I know, and I haven't made one, which is disappointing. It's just basically like an antipasta salad chopped up and thrown on a roll, which is basically amazing, right?
I don't hate that at all.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, just scoop it an antipasta salad, put it right on a roll, and you're fucking golden.
Sign me up.
Yeah. So that was fun. A little Google. Maybe we should do that every once in a while. A little Google roulette.
Your Google history.
Yeah.
Did you want me to elaborate on any of the things I had mentioned?
I actually would, because there was a few.
You want me to go over the list again?
Yeah. Let me hear
hold
it
on. It was right. Okay, wait. Okay, how to get a dog friendly Uber.
Oh wait. Yeah. Was that for where? Yeah, let's talk about that one. That was one of them.
That was my most recent one. I searched that this morning, because we only have one car, right? So we're going up to my buddy's house, and Jackie took the kids rock climbing this morning. Bubs has a new friend, and he's hanging out with her a lot. And her, yes.
Ooh.
It is not appropriate for me to talk on the podcast, because I do not want anybody. Look, I'm very protective over my relationship with my children, right?
Yes, of course.
Because Bubs has a new friend, and it's a girl, right?
Yeah.
Everybody keeps asking him if he's got crushes on her. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And like Jackie had said, and this girl is definitely into Bubs, and he knows it, right?
Yeah.
She like plays with his hair, and they've held hands, and like,
ooh.
Yeah. And
same age.
Yeah,
older?
same age.
Okay.
Same age. And she's cute, fun kid. But the problem is that Jackie was like, I said, don't fucking fuck with Bubs with this friend. I'm like, seriously, like just whatever happens, like, because my fear is that he's going to get embarrassed, or he's going to be made to feel bad, and then he'll never want to talk to us about that shit again. Right?
Well, and the thing is like, it's almost like if you keep pushing him, if people keep bringing up the crush thing, it's like he might not be ready for that shit. He might not be ready for crushes. You know what I mean? He just wants to hang with his friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just they're just friends right now. So like, I totally understand that. Like
so Jackie was like, "Hey, Bubs, why don't you tell everybody about your new friend, like at Father's Day, right?"
Yeah.
And by the way, my feelings on Father's Day haven't changed.
I believe you. We offline we'll talk about Father's Day, but Jesus.
Oh, you weren't even home for yours.
No.
So
I might as well have not been anyways. Even if I was here, that's how it went. Anyways, go on.
Well, at least you got a griddle out of the deal. I got I gotta. Hey, we thought about getting you something, but realized you didn't want anything, so we just said fuck it. And I said, I've been talking about the goddamn Ninja Creamy for a month. What are you talking about? I told you I want to make ice cream. No, that wasn't going to happen. So whatever. So So Jackie was, we were with her family, and she's like, Bubs, why don't you tell everybody about your new friend? And he goes, it's complicated. He yells it. It's complicated. And he fucking storms out of the room. Right?
Oh shit.
And I was like, fucking goddamn it, wife. So like, I don't know. I've been really, I've been really protective, especially recently, over my relationships with my kids. Right. And I don't want to fuck with them too much where they don't want to talk to me. Right. I always want them to be able to talk to me. And I feel like they're at that age right now that like I'm laying the groundwork. Are they going to be talking to me about shit later or not? Right.
Oh, for sure. 100%. This is that time.
So
you gotta keep it. That's right. I'm so like that with Penny, dude. I'm trying to keep that open relation, that open lane. You know what I mean? That
have you talked to them about weed? Have you talked to them about weed?
I haven't had that conversation yet. I want to, and I think we're stupid not to, because like, as much as we try and hide it, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way we're like doing a great job of hiding it. You know what I mean? And Penny's 10 now.
I just had the conversation with Ellie this weekend.
Or yesterday. Shit.
Yeah, because dude, like, she had fucking caught me like 2 or 3 times, right?
Okay.
Where like, like she turned a corner and I just took a hit off my weed pen, right?
Yeah.
And then she looks at me and I'm like, and then I start slowly blowing smoke out, and she's like, "Is there smoke coming out of you? Like, what the fuck is that?"
Dad, like, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, kids. I love kids, but they are stupid. You know, like all of the like I thought that like she was smart enough to know that like my stupid excuses, right?
Yeah.
Like cuz like the first time I was like, I don't know what you saw, but that's not what you saw. And she was like, I know what I saw, but
Yeah.
okay. And then the last time I was sitting in front of my smoker and she comes around the corner and I blew out smoke. And she's like, "There's smoke coming out of you." I go, "Yeah. I just was checking on the brisket. I took a big deep breath or the barbecue, a deep breath, and I didn't realize I'd sucked in smoke." And she was like, "That's a thing." But like the last time, what happened was like I put the kids to bed, right? And I came downstairs and I immediately fucking pulled out my weed shit and fucking hit this bowl. And I was just like, I just really been wanting to get high all day. And I hit the bowl and I laid it down and I relaxed on the couch and I start flipping through YouTube. And not more than 2 minutes later, fucking Ellie comes walking around the corner and she's like, I didn't get a hug. And I was like, oh, man, I mean, I know I gave her a hug, but
Yeah.
and then she's like, what's that smoke smell? And she saw all the shit out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, don't worry about it. And I closed the thing up. And I hate fucking telling her don't shit like that. Like, don't worry about it. It's adult shit. Like if she's curious, I'd rather just tell her,
Yeah.
you know, because I want us to be open and honest and fucking and like be honest with her. I hate fucking lying to her. So
Yeah.
So like the next day she was like, Dad, what was all those like leaves and bags? Like, what was that? And I was like, oh, man, I was like, I promise I'll talk to you about it later, like this weekend. And I was like, and I'll answer all of your questions. And she got this really fucking huge grin on her face. Like, thank you. Like, I really appreciate that. Right.
Yeah.
She wasn't, she just wanted, you know, anything she sees, she wants to know. So like, so I talked to Jackie about it, you know, and like her concerns were like, you know, her not thinking that like it's you know, because like there's like studies that say like if young adults smoke weed before they're 25, their brain is still developing and it could cause permanent damage, right? And I smoked it before I was 25, and look at me. I mean, I'm not a case study for arguing against that, right? So
I was gonna say, bro, we are both in that case study.
Yeah, like you could end up being a dumb fuck, right?
You could end up with a podcast talking about weed and food for the rest of your life.
with a 1 in 4 Patreon ratio. It's fine. But no, like so I wanted like I remember like growing up, like how people talked about weed and it was very secretive, right? And it's legal here, right?
Yeah.
So like I talked to Jackie, she said that she wanted to make sure that like Ellie didn't think that like when she gets to be a certain age she could smoke it, right? Like a timer. My concerns were that like I wanted her to know what it is. I wanted her to know why I was doing it, right? And I wanted to tell her that like, you know, it's my decision and nobody pressured me into it, and if anybody ever tries to pressure you into it, you know, I want you to realize what they're pressuring you into, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, I want to be so I told her so Jackie and I had a long conversation before
Wait. What did you tell her? Wait, I don't know if you want to. I want to know what was your reason you told her you do it.
Well, I told her that I do it to relax. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I you know,
did you compare it to like alcohol? Did you compare it to like okay. Yeah.
Okay. I said that some adults prefer to have a drink. Right?
Yeah.
And then I said some adults prefer to use marijuana. And I said marijuana comes in a couple different forms. I say anything on that shelf you see has marijuana in it. You might see candy and it has marijuana in it, right? And I said if you ate one of those pieces of candy, you would be the sickest you'd ever be.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like you would think you're dying, right?
Yeah.
But it's because it's meant for adults. I said the same thing is if you drank a whole big glass of alcohol, you know, you'd be so sick that like, you know, you'd think you're dying. And you know, and I was totally chill about it. And, you know, I told her it's because, you know, it helps me relax. And I say at the end of the day, that's something I really like to do. And I said sometimes you'll see me sneak off with other adults when I don't have anything going on, and that's what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
And I say, so when I tell you not to worry about it, it's just because it's an adult thing. And she like looked at me, and I was a little bit surprised. You know, she had a couple questions. Jackie was right on the money about like she was like, so when I'm 25 and I'm smoking weed, I'm like, no.
Oh Jesus.
I'm like, it's if you want to, right? And you're over 25.
Yeah.
I go, as long as you understand what it is and you understand what decision you're making. Right?
Yeah, and you also explained to her. I mean, I would hope that you would explain to her that not everybody enjoys it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not for everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I told her some people prefer to drink alcohol and some people prefer to use marijuana. I said, I think alcohol makes me feel sick the next day, you know, and I prefer the way marijuana makes me feel. So that's what I chose, you know.
It is a fine line, though, man. That's a fine line,
dude. It's fucking ice skating on a fucking thin line.
Yeah.
But you know, like, I'll be honest, like afterwards, man, she really like looked at me and she was like, I appreciate, and I said, Ellie, I said, this is something that's really personal to me. And I said, and I want you to know that if you have things that are really personal to you that you want to talk about, like, I'm never going to judge you on these things. Who I fucking feel about you today is going to be the same as I always feel about you. And I said, you know, like I feel I could trust you with this, and I hope you could trust me with things that you have feelings like this about. And she was like, yeah, Dad.
That's great, man. I think you knocked that out of the park. I think you nailed it. I mean,
yeah, but then I got fucking completely overwhelmed with it all, and like I started talking about other parent, and like we started talking about bullies, and then we started talking about like other fucking kid shit, and then she told me how like she feels that Bubs gets special treatment over her because she's the older sister,
and then you got all stressed out and you had to go smoke a bowl.
Dude, I smoked so much weed after that conversation. I was like, fucking a bowl is not going to do it. We need to roll some shit up now. Woo! That was fucking wild, bro. But like, you know, it's I don't know, man. Like it's I don't want to put my bullshit. I don't want my bullshit to be my kids' bullshit. You know?
No, I love that, man. I that's very inspiring and makes me look at my situation and think, because dude, Penny she walks in, she sees, you know, she'll be in the like Debbie and I will be in the garage after we put them to bed, and we'll be in here smoking a bowl, and Penny will just sneak in, you know, not sneak in, but she'll walk in without us knowing, and the fucking thing, the pipe or whatever you want to call it, is sitting on the table. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we're not expecting her to come back out. And so I know she's seen it. I know she sees, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm not an idiot, you know what I mean? So like,
yeah.
And she's at that age, you know, she's a little bit older than Ellie. And so I think
I also told her though, I said, this is private stuff between me and you and our family.
Yeah.
I said, so if you want to talk about it to anybody, you could ask your mom about it. You could ask me about it. I said, but this is not something you're going to go talk to your friends about. I said, this is not like the next time you hang out, you'd be like, guess what I learned? My dad smokes weed. Like, I'm like, you know, I said, you know, not every parent trusts their kids like I do, you know? And I said, so some parents might not think that, you know, might not want you to be, you know, them to be around the house anymore, you know? But I take it very seriously. And she was like, okay. She's like, I get that, you know? So, you know, like, I don't know. I felt good about the way I handled it.
No, it's great, man.
Usually that blows up in my face. So we'll see what happens.
No, but it's awesome. I mean, this is like you said, like you'd much rather her know about it. And because it's not like an illegal substance anymore, you know, you should feel okay talking about it. You know what I mean? Like 20 years from now, it'll probably be to the point where it is not a stigma. It'll be just like parents drinking wine at, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? But now it's still, we're getting there, but we're not there yet. You know what I mean? Like it's starting to become less and less, you know, taboo or whatever you want to call it, you know, but like we're still not there yet. And,
I mean, and like it's like this falls into one of like 100 different topics, bro. Like, you know, talking to my kids about like, yes, one of your friends has two moms, right? Or two dads,
yeah.
You know, and like people can marry who they want to marry. And like, dude, you either got to fucking get on board with this shit with your kids or fucking risk being on the other side of the argument from them and them not wanting to talk to you anymore, man. Because like fucking, especially where I live, man, the way kids grow up here, it is fucking everything is fucking, very
Woke.
modern woke, whatever. And like I've always felt like, hey man, if you whatever you're into, I don't have to be into it. And if that's your thing, like fucking have fun with it, right?
Yeah.
That is like if that's how you want to be with your life, like, and it doesn't affect me whatsoever, like good luck. I love you for it. Have fun,
Yeah, no, I agree. I definitely agree. Does the religion thing ever come into like play at your house? Like, where like people, like, do your kids ever?
Sometimes. Yeah, and Jackie and I aren't very religious.
Yeah.
So we don't really like we celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah and stuff, but like we're not fucking I'm that's about as far as it goes. And why does it come up with you guys?
Well, no, that's what I was asking, because Penny's bestie is like, her family's like, they're like pretty religious. They go to church every twice a week, and like they do Wednesday night things, and so like they've invited Penny to these things, these Wednesday night like kids like church events and stuff like that, and so it's, and me and Debbie aren't at all like, well, I shouldn't say that. Debbie considers herself spiritual, I guess, but not necessarily religious in a sense, you know what I mean? Like so like but it's just funny, they'll come home, or she'll come home with like, questions, and like like, and I'll be like, this is what Daddy believes, but this doesn't mean you have to believe what Daddy believes. I don't know. It's just kind of it's just a weird. It's always just a weird situation.
You gotta support them in figuring shit out, man. I think that like if you push back on them on anything, they're gonna be like, why, and they're gonna investigate it further.
Yeah.
Like if you don't want your kids to get into some shit, tell them not to get into it. Like that's the way to go. Like. Like if you say fucking, I don't want you ever to fucking try bologna. Like all they're gonna want to do is try bologna. Wait, sorry, hot honey mustard or hot honey. Like if you tell your kids don't try hot honey, it's fucking bullshit. Your fucking kids are gonna be fucking hot honey enthusiasts.
Oh man.
What you need to tell them is it's not for me, and fucking people who eat it are stupid. Well, maybe not exactly, but you get the idea. So. I don't know. This parenting shit is fucking a lot, bro. Like to be honest with you, man. Like I like when I agreed when we decided to have kids. I almost said like when I agreed. When it was not my decision. It was a combined decision. But when we decided to fucking have kids, like I didn't think like I would be having to think through shit like this.
Dude, this is the part that has scared me like fucking from day one. Like I like all this stuff, like the kid stuff, like the growing up and stuff is like that shit's easy. You know what I mean? Like it's when they start when shit, real life shit starts to come into play, and like they're getting to that age where, like you said, they're noticing things like way more, and their questions are coming. Like Penny has a question about something, and then 7 follow-up questions about each thing, you know what I mean, and each topic. So like, and I'm having to now like field, and I'm dodging and weaving, I'm thinking on my feet, I'm trying to be, it's like, this is the part that I'm like, I've been dreading. Like, dude, before they actually,
how far you've come though, right? With the kids when they were fucking babies, you're thinking about, man, I gotta just keep this fucker alive, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, are you hungry? Do you need to change a diaper? Like, what's your problem? Like, fucking fast forward 9 years, dude, you're fucking having to make decisions that are could alter the course of history.
Seriously, bro. My whole thing is don't fuck them up. You know what I mean? Like that's my whole.
I mean, how do you not,
mantra.
dude? You're gonna, but no, look. Let's be honest though. You're gonna fuck them up. It's just what way are you gonna fuck them up? That is gonna be a way that won't be as bad as the other ways you could have fucked them up. Like there's no getting out of childhood not like fucked up. Like if you fucking set up the perfect childhood for a kid, right, where it all goes perfectly, they're gonna become a fucking sociopath and murder everybody later. Like
yeah.
And if they, like. There's no fucking perfect. All there is fucking just trying to make somebody who's a decent human being. Like if you fucking come out of there and your kids are decent human beings, then like you fucking help society versus like fucking raising kids that are gonna fucking become fucking monsters.
Yeah, I'm laughing in my head right now, thinking like, dude. We need to listen. Like, we need to have this same conversation like 4 years from now, once our girls are in junior high and like almost into high. Like, we think we're having struggles now. The minefield we're about to fucking have to navigate, bro, is gonna get so much worse,
dude. The fucking storm of the battles between Jackie and Ellie is coming, and I've got previews of that, and I am going to be fucking plastered to the wall avoiding it. Like every time somebody's like, hey, if you could go back and tell your past self anything that would help it out, what would you tell it? And every time I'm like, every time if I could go back to yesterday and be like, hey, you want to know what what you need to know is that you are a fucking idiot. And every decision you make is going to fucking blow up in your face and there's nothing you can do about it. So go fuck yourself. Like, that's what I would tell my past self. And I'd be like, such a dick. Like
I have that vision of the guy, the knight from fucking Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade. You chose poorly, or you chose, like, every time I make a decision, I have that guy in my head, like, like, oh my god, man, just don't screw him up too bad. Just don't screw him up too bad.
We don't have a ton of time, but like. It does want me to get into speaking of bad parenting. Okay.
Yeah.
I got to tell you about some shit that happened at my block party. Okay.
Oh, yeah. How'd that go, by the way? How'd the birdhouses go? All that stuff?
I'm going to say right now that there was 2 block parties. Okay.
Yeah.
There was the block party that went until I'd say 10 o'clock at night. And then there was the block party that went from 10 until God knows what in the morning. Okay.
Oh, geez.
The block party that went before 10 o'clock was fucking amazing. It was great. Everybody had so much fun. I made fucking corn dogs. I made pulled pork. I made those bird houses. It all fucking was amazing. The weather was perfect. Everybody was having a great fucking time. Okay. The block party after 10 o'clock was some weird ass shit. Okay. Holy fuck. So these 2 neighbors of mine, they kept talking about wanting to play flip cup, right? Flip cup. They can I fucking flip cup the shit out of you. Flip up, right?
Yeah.
So finally they get to the time where they're like, all right, we're gonna play flip cup. So they start bringing out the flip cups, okay? And
wait, what's flip cup?
It's where you put the red solo cup on the table and you put it facing up, and you have to flip it on the bottom side of the cup where it lands top side down, right?
Oh, okay. So it's just like you just like kind of tap it and flip it.
Okay. You fill it up with like maybe like a half cup of beer, and everybody stands on a line, and it's 2 sides of the table, right?
Got it.
And so what you do is the first person chugs their drink, puts it down on the edge of the table, and you got to flip it with your fingers so it flips up and over so the top of the cup lands flat on the table. As soon as that happens, next person goes, and whoever could do however many people in a row.
It's a race. Got it.
It's a race to getting as drunk as possible as quickly
as
possible.
Got it.
And everybody was already buzzing. So is
this just like a different way of they're like, well, we could do a boat race, which is like they just chug they used to just chug a beer. Everybody in the line would just chug a beer. They're like, this way at least we're, playing a game in between chugging. It's like,
I don't know. It's like, I mean, it's a college drinking game that like younger me was like took pride in, and older me is like, why am I here? Why am I still like it's like anytime you go into a nightclub at your age, it's like, oh fuck, I'm like the oldest. Oh, I'm too old to be here.
Yeah. Okay, so you're in line for Flip Cup. You're in line. Okay, let's go.
So we go a couple rounds. I got a couple neighbors that have never played before, or never heard of it before.
Yeah.
There's it's completely lopsided in terms of experience. But anyways, we were having fun. Flip Cup goes for like a long ass time. And then the kids had not gone to bed yet. So like the kids wanted to get involved in it. So like they started doing like countdown, like 3, 2, 1, go, like that stuff, which is watch the adults get all fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But then the kids started getting in on the Flip Cup, right? But they were doing it with water, right? They weren't doing it with beer. And we're talking about fucking like 11 to 8-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
We're not talking about like fucking old kids, okay? And like I had to go deal with some shit, so I come back and I sit down next to one of my neighbors and we're watching it, and at this point it was like half kids, half adults, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, this is like weird watching kids play Flip Cup, right? Even
it's just
like there's beer spilled all over this table, right? They're getting the taste. Like there's no way there's not fucking the taste of beer in this, right? And so I'm sitting there and I'm a little high and I'm a little drunk, and this one neighbor, right, who's real fucking old, lives across the street from me. He's got these 2 kids, right? And when I say kids, I mean they're my age, right?
Yeah.
And they've got kids, right? So one of them, he's a little overly enthusiastic, but he's whatever, right? I don't fucking give 2 fucks about this guy. And his kids are fine. One of his kids is really fucking good at what's it called? Cartwheels, right?
Okay.
He's got this little boy who's like born to be a gymnast. I see him in the fucking front yard doing cartwheels all the time. But then he's got this other brother. And this other brother,
he's so good at doing cartwheels.
Yeah, I don't know any of these people's names. So he's got this other brother, right? And the other brother is got like pulled back hair and a ponytail. He's real gruff, right?
Like Steven Seagal.
Yes, like a fucking younger Steven Seagal. Okay. And I'm watching this guy and his kid are at the table and whatever, and even his kid looks like his look on his face like he's up to some shit, right?
Yeah.
Dude, so I'm sitting there and I watch, and the kid does a round of Flip Cups and he drinks the water out of his cup, and then he's like, I'm out of water, right? And then he starts looking around at the other kids, and the other kid's like, all right, I'm gonna figure it out, right? His dad fucking grabs his Coors Light and dumps it into his kid's cup.
Oh,
okay,
shit.
Dude, and this kid is like 11, maybe 12 years old, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're fine now. You're fine." And the kid puts the cup up to his mouth, and he's like, "Oh, yep, it's beer, right?" And I was like, "Ain't no way this fucking kid's gonna chug a beer and fucking play Flip Cup, right?"
Yeah.
Sure as shit, Flip Cup starts. Another kid runs up to him, says, "I got some water. You want some water?" He's like, no, I'm good. And she's like, oh, what do you have? And she pulls the cup up. He goes, it's not water. And she's like, and she looks at it. She goes, why do you have this? And he just shrugs his shoulders like, I got it. Fucking live with it. You know? Deal with it. Right? So I'm like, okay, like this isn't happening, right? I'm fucking stoned, right?
Yeah.
This is stoned loot, not fucking, like I'm just seeing shit, right? They do the Flip Cup, comes at that kid slams the beer, flips the cup, keeps going, right?
Like a pro.
Yeah. And I was like, that did not happen. I saw it with my own eyes, and I was like, that did not happen. Right?
Yeah.
And so I texted my neighbor the next day. I said, did you see the guy give his kid beer last night, or was that just me? And he was like, nope, I saw the same thing. He was giving it the beer, and they stayed until the very last minute, and they still didn't want to go home, right?
Oh, my God.
And I was like, wait, so that did happen. I'm like, that did happen. Like the fucking kid drank beer yesterday. And she was like, oh yeah, yep. That's what happened. And I still can't get over the fact that this kid slammed a beer. I mean, he's like a 12-year-old slamming beers at the block party. And I was like, you're Dutch. I'm like, you let your kids drink a little bit earlier than a lot of people I know. Now, I'm not judging you, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
saying, like, at what age did you think it was appropriate for kids to have a drink? You know?
Yeah.
And her, she was like, after 16, I just don't care, right?
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, like, I get that, right? Whatever. But like, I was like, so do you think that like the kid drinking beer at his age was not appropriate? And she was like, oh yeah, that was fucked up. And I was like, okay, so like even you, like for me, I'd be like, you know, I'd prefer you not to drink before you're 18, but I'm not going to stop you, right?
Yeah.
Like, but even you were like, like, dude, this kid was the same height as Ellie.
Oh my god. Dude.
Slamming beers. Yeah. I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Oh, and I'm never going to tell another parent how to raise their kid. All I kept thinking of was like, man, when your fucking dad dies, I hope you don't get the house. That's all I kept thinking of. I was like, I hope that you and your fucking brother decide to sell this shit and not keep it, right? Like, please, I don't want either of you fuckheads moving in across the street from me. Like, I really don't. I got a good thing going, right? Like, you know, you don't need to fucking skate in on your old man shit here. And their dad is old. Like their dad is so old. I asked him, he had a corn dog, right? And I was like, hey, what'd you think of that corn dog today? And he was like, what? And I'm like, the corn dog. What are you talking about? I'm like, the corn dog. You eat a corn dog? No, I've never eaten a corn dog. I'm like, I saw you eat the corn dog. I'm like, never mind, it's fine. He's like, what corn dog? And I was like, it's not important, sir. I was like, what corn dog are you talking about? I'm like, okay, can we just stop talking? Can we stop talking? Like, I regret even trying to be social with you. Like, he's that old, dude. What corn dog are you talking about? I'm like, oh my god.
So how did you wrap up the sorority and frat boy training night for the kids? How did you wrap it up?
I was like, man, I just said, like, you guys got to go to bed. Well, first Bubs went to bed, and Bubs was just like, he was way overtired, you know, and there was some bullying going on that I was really proud of Ellie for dealing with. But anyways, yeah, so they I got to tell you about that. So they getting Ellie to bed was a bit harder because her friends are like 10 and 11, and those kids stay up to God knows when, right?
Yeah.
She's like, you're taking me away from my friends, Dad. I'm like, like you're still fucking 9. Like I told her, I'm like, look, I only have like 1 or 2 more years to be able to kill your fun. So like, fucking deal with it, right? You're at the tail end of this shit, Ellie. Just fucking deal with it. I have not prepared myself mentally to be a free range parent. I'm like, so you're gonna have to just deal with this occasionally. And I let her still stay up till goddamn midnight. Anyways, but Ellie, I was so proud of her, man. Fucking both my kids, like lately, I'm really proud of them. I taught Bubs how to ride his bike, fucking finally.
Yes.
Dude, and I was so proud of him, man. We got out there, dude, and like, does Frankie ride his bike?
Oh yeah. They've been riding for a while.
Bubs has been real fighting me on it. And dude, he crashed and he crashed and he crashed and he crashed. And I've been telling him for his whole life, I'm like, we don't quit things because they're hard. I said we quit things because for other reasons. And right?
We don't quit for these reasons. We quit for these reasons.
We're gonna quit. It's gonna be for a much better reason. Like fucking. I'm not gonna say we're not quitters, but like we are shit we won't do. I'm like, but we don't quit because it's hard, right? It's a very fluid scale.
I'm dying.
I mean, I can't lie to you, man.
The same sentence you said. We don't quit, but we quit for these reasons.
It's true though. Like fucking, like like we're not gonna quit something for one reason, but if like. You fucking.
If it's a really good reason, though.
Yeah, we got a good enough reason we can talk about it. Like, and I don't know what exactly that circumstance is or what I mean by it, but like, I'm still leaving the door open for me not doing some shit later that you think I should have quit because it's too hard, right?
Oh God. So, anyways,
totally fucking killed my train of thought. Thank you, Ben.
No, it was about the bike. Jesus Christ.
Oh, right. Yes, that's right. So Bubs, yeah. So like I asked him, like he had crashed like 25 times, and
Yeah.
the one parent said, "Hey, let him go on the street instead of the sidewalk." So I did that,
Yeah.
and that went way better. But he couldn't turn, and I think it was because he was just worried about hitting the other curb.
Yeah.
So and he had just crashed like 4 times in a row, and I said, "Hey, man, like, do you want to go to your school and keep trying, or do you want to give up?" And he was like, "No, let's do it, Dad. Come on, let's go." And I was so proud of him for not giving up, right?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I would have probably given up, but I don't fucking do it. So I was proud about it. And then Ellie, and she handled shit at this block party. She comes up to me like a little after lunch, and she was like, "Dad, our neighbor kid, he was bullying people, right? And I told him if he doesn't stop, I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna stop this." Right?
Yeah.
And I said, so you have a chance to stop fucking acting like an asshole, and I'm warning you now. This is what Ellie essentially told this kid.
Yeah.
And the kid was like, I don't fucking care about anything. And he kept doing his thing, right? And Ellie's like, told him, like, I'm going to fucking stop you if you keep acting like an asshole.
Yeah.
And like 3 hours later, she comes storming up to me, dude, fucking hot. And her little friend is with her, right? And Ellie's like, where's Bennett's dad or mom? And I was like, whoa. I was like, she didn't ask me for help. She didn't ask me to talk to anybody. She didn't ask for anything. She was prepared to handle this shit, right? And I was like, fuck it, I am not getting in your way. I'm like, he just walked into his house a second ago. So if you go in his house, his dad's right in there. And she turns and she fucking storms off. And her friend is just standing there like, I still don't understand what's going on. And I look at her and go, are you going to get Ellie's back on this? Or are you just going to stand here and do nothing? And she was like, oh, okay. And she just walks up and goes behind Ellie, Like 30 seconds later, the dad comes out of the house, grabs his fucking kid. His kid's all upset. He's like, no, you're being an asshole. Like, you're fucking done. And, the kid's just like, what the fuck? And like, the next day, Ellie was like wanting to punk this kid who's like fucking 3 grades older than her. Right?
I love that.
Like, and she sees him coming to the house. All he wants to do is bow her a cup of sugar. And she's like, fucking, he walks in the door. And she's like, what the fuck you doing here, bitch? They kind of look at her like an attitude. And I was like, Ellie, he's our guest. He's not a bad person. Like, you didn't just fucking arrest somebody for some shit. I'm like, fucking be nice to our neighbor. I'm like, come on. And she's like, fine. And then like 2 days later, the fucking kid was out there selling lemonade. And I'm like, fucking go be nice to him and go buy some fucking lemonade from him. And like say some nice shit to him. Don't be a fucking asshole. I'm like, hey, you got to get over this.
Like, Ellie has her rules and her principles, and I agree with them. I support her in her decision.
Dude, I've heard her since tell many adults how disappointed she is in the adult. So, dude, like, you don't want to fuck with this kid, man. Like, I don't know. You do.
I've met her in real life. I've met her in real life, and I got the disappointment talk. And ever since then, I feel like I've tried to right the ship and live in Ellie's eyes, the right way. And no, it's she's gonna be awesome, man. That little girl is awesome.
That little girl fucking will check your ass. You think you are a grown adult, right? And like fucking like you don't have to worry about a 9-year-old girl, but you do. You do. She does not give 2 fucks about hurting your feelings as an adult. She's been like, you're an adult, you can handle this shit. So
no, I wish her and Penny lived closer to each other because I want Penny to have I love Penny's. She's super, 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 super sweet, right? And I don't think she will take shit from people, but I definitely think she could benefit from a little Ellie training. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, she was checking kids for being mean to bubs.
That's exactly what you want from an older sister. Come on, that's the goal.
Yeah,
family first, baby. You got to.
Dude, she is gonna be a titty twisting motherfucker, dude. Like those fucking girls who do like you're being an asshole, just yank on your fucking like that's she's gonna fucking wreck your shit.
That's awesome.
All right. We got wait. It's been a while. I don't mind going a little bit long. I do have one more thing I wanted to ask you about.
Oh, okay, cool.
Two more things. One's a short one, and one might require a little bit of discussion. The short one is, speaking of learning from your kids, right?
Yeah.
Ellie comes up to me and she holds her hand out like this, and so you don't know. Okay, so if you're listening, I'm holding my hand up, right, and my thumb is out, right. The webbed part between your index finger and your thumb, this part here.
Yep.
Do you know what that's called?
What it's called?
Yes.
No. I mean, I'm
going to tell you what Ellie told me it's called.
I thought it was just your hand. Anyways, I don't know. What's it called?
The flagina.
What? What?
And wait, there's more. And this flappy part of your elbow meat, like when you hold your arm straight, the little, if you grab where your elbow meat is?
Yeah.
You know what that's called? The weenus.
The weenus?
Yes. It's your flagina and your weenus.
Are these technical terms?
Dude, she told me this shit and I fucking almost fell out of my chair laughing. Right?
Flagina
and weenus. Okay.
And
so
weenus.
I Googled it. I'm like, what is the flagina? And the first thing that pops up, and it says it's the fucking meat between your index and your thumb. And I was like, holy shit. And I asked, well, then what's the weenus? And there was fucking images of this on the Google. And then I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, is this a real thing or is this like a fucking internet thing? You know?
Yeah.
I was like, either way, I'm like, there's evidence that supports it right or wrong. Yeah. And like, and now, since she sees me Google it, she's like, well, it is a complete real thing. And because, I don't need my Google internet search history to like think that I don't need Google thinking I'm that gullible, right? Like, that's just fucking bad, right? Like, already trying to convince me that my singing was about diabetes. Right? Like the last thing I needed to think is I'm a fucking bigger idiot than I know I am.
Well, although Google did tell me jelly donuts were a big part of the Jewish holiday tradition.
Internet fucking logic. You fucking lit the North Shore of Chicago up on fire with that one. But no, so yeah, so then she fucking starts telling other people, right? And I hear her telling Jackie, do you know what the flagina is? Do you know what the weenus is? Jackie's like, no, that's not what it's called. And Ellie's like, no, that's what it's called. Dad searched for it on the internet and proved it's true. And then Jackie looks at me like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, it was on there. I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's what some people call it. Like, like, I don't know. Like, maybe it's a regional thing somewhere. I don't, like, please don't get me involved. Like, it makes me realize why my father-in-law barely talks. It's because I get wrapped up into some shit and then I get blamed for it.
Yeah.
It's a bad look. So
the weenus and the flagina. Oh
yeah.
My God. We gotta get I'd like to know what ChatGPT thinks those are.
I mean, I have it open
illustrated
right now.
Illustrated. I'm saying no. The illustrated version.
You want me to ask ChatGPT what a weenus is? Hold on. New chat. I have it open because I use it for work so much. All right. What is a flagina? It says there's no term for flagina. Hold on.
Maybe you're spelling it
wrong. Maybe I gotta use ChatGPT 4. I heard someone say something. Wait, now I'm gonna say, what is a flagina? Let's see. Chat. Okay. Okay. Google ChatGPT says there's no such thing as a flagina. How about a weenus? What is a weenus? Oh, I think I broke it. Oh, wait. The term weenus is often humorously used to refer to the loose skin at the end of the elbow.
Hey!
Despite its colloquial usage, this is not a formal term or medical term. In medical terminology, this is simply referred to as elbow skin.
Not nearly as fun.
No. It's worth noting that the term weenus is often used in jest or in informal context, and the meaning is not to be universally understood. Like, okay.
All right, there you go.
Wait, what? Okay, what do you call the part of a hand between the thumb and index finger?
This is great quality
Please
broadcasting here.
include any humorous alternatives
Oh my god.
names. Okay, let's see what it says. Hold on, I spelled humorous wrong. There we go. All right, let's see what it says. It's called the real word for it is called theneral space. I don't know. Maybe we have a nurse fucking listen to this. Theneral space. And it says there's not any humorous terms for it, which is not true. Because I proved that wrong.
Clearly, flagina is very humorous.
I mean, it knew what the weenus was.
It also sounds like something they third grader came up with. They just learned what a vagina is.
Oh, dude, Ellie's been talking about her vagina since she could talk, man. You fucking. She fucking loves fucking telling me about her fucking vagina, and I'm always like, please, God, do not tell me about that shit. Like, I do not want to know.
At what age do you think that stops?
Never. Never. And the more I tell her not to tell me about it, the more she's going to tell me about it. So.
Oh, jeez. Hey, you wanted an open line of communication, bro. There you go. You got it.
I do. Look. I mean, I'd rather her be asking me than one of her friends, to be honest with you. But I mean, whatever. That flagina, she was real excited about the flagina. All right, the last thing I want to talk to you about, right? Because we've talked about it before. Ted Lasso.
Oh yeah, I love that show,
dude. So I just finished it, right?
The whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
What the fuck was up with the string on the dick episode?
The string on the dick episode,
dude. Were they tied strings to everybody's dicks? Right?
Oh yeah.
The red string.
Oh yeah, it was. I remember now. It was because they had to learn how to move together.
But the dick string thing was too aggressive for me, man. It made me very uncomfortable.
I mean, listen, bro. If somebody's pulling, they had to figure out what was the ultimate way to get you to go in the right direction, and the only way is if somebody's grabbing you by the dick, dude. Let's be honest, right? What else?
I have to think there's a second best way. Like,
name it. What would be the better way? What would be the ultimate way to get you to go where somebody wants you to go?
Dude, how about one of those fucking dog collars with the spikes? You know, like where you or like a shock collar. Like, why are you gonna put a string on your dick, man? That was really uncomfortable, man.
Have you seen Old School?
I have, but I don't remember
the scene with. Remember you're holding the brick over and it's tied to the. Why do you mind me wondering why this is tied? One end of the string is tied to a brick, and the other string is tied to the end of your penis.
And then they fucking threw it through the manhole cover. It was cinder block.
Yes. Like that cinder block is going to move that guy. You saw the size of that guy. That cinder block is an afterthought. That shit ain't moving him.
Oh, dude, it makes my fucking skin crawl just thinking about it. Like, I don't want to permanently damage my dick, like doing something stupid, man. That's
exactly my point, and that is why you would move anywhere the other person moves. It's like, great show though. Great fucking show. Well done show.
All right.
Oh, wait. Have you started FUBAR yet?
I watched the first episode.
And you were out or what?
No, I'm not out. But I have not. I'm not going to watch the rest of that sober. That's just
no, definitely not. I've been. I'm like 3 episodes in, and it's all right. It's decent. You know what I mean? It's like,
dude, I'm more into fucking Crime Scene Kitchen season 2 came out, bro.
Oh my god, bro!
I'm all about this Crime Scene Kitchen and this new Robert Downey Jr. show, where he's turning all of his classic cars electrical.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. That's
It's
interesting.
fucking really interesting car show. It's on.
I just heard of this other reality show that just started. I heard a commercial for it the other day, and I wish I could remember what it is, but I was like, "Fuck, Luke's gonna be all over this one." I was like,
well,
fuck.
If you remember, let me know because I like some garbage shows. And look, Love Is Blind season 4 trailer drop, so like that's coming. Very very excited about Love Is Blind season 4. They really getting their shit together, get these seasons out every 8 weeks, which is great. It's gonna be like 10 seasons, and dude, they need to get on the they need to get on the Cutthroat Kitchen schedule, right? Where Cutthroat Kitchen's been around for like 10 years, 15 years, but there's like 30 seasons of it.
Oh wow,
you need like 2 seasons a year, bro.
Yeah, it's like Survivor. There's like 64 seasons of Survivor, and it's only been on for like 15 years.
Exactly. That's the right move. All right. We gotta wrap this shit up because I gotta get to. I gotta go see a man about a horse.
All right. Great line from Ted Lasso. Oh, you're gonna buy? How do you know women? How do you know women say that when they have to go pee? She looks at him and goes, "No, Ted, I'm going to buy a horse."
No, I'm really buying a horse. Okay. Thank you to our patrons for being so patient with us. It's going to be a rough month or so with episodes, but Ben and I will. Maybe when we get a chance, maybe we could do some double episodes coming up.
Yeah, we're efforting, guys.
Dude, I got a lot of shit that's happening to me over the next few weeks. I'm gonna need to talk about some shit. So,
all
right. So, thank you to our patrons: Kyle Foot from the Woodworks, Matthew Gerard from the Wooded Moustache, Lee man from Regal Street, Big Mike Holmes from the Broken Lead Woodworks, Dave One Grit Wirt from Rustic Joy Woodworks, my mom, Elise Gelman, the Brit who thinks he's not a Patreon, but he still keeps paying us, Tim from Turgworks. you and your 2.5 pounds a month. Thank you. Dave the Thriller Mueller. He's got Mueller. Dave the Thriller Mueller.
He's German now.
They got the beard like they brush the paints on the hot honey. The beard. Fucking take your hot honey and stuff it up your bunghole. Billy Esses from the Simple Wood Co. Corey Stanley from Odyssey CNC, putting the spindle to it. The unofficial lube of the podcast, Eric from Bumbleshoots.
Yo.
Oh shit! What was that?
I'm a professional. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to poop in like 30 seconds. So, Alan from Warworks, the Collingwood Canoe Company, Grant from Dadcrafter, Ryder from Ryder's Custom Creations, Jason from JM Sullivan Woodworks. Fucking shorten that name, Jason. Kamani from Van Stray Designs. The birthday boy and family from P.L. Smith. Happy birthday to Luke Smith.
Happy birthday.
Yep. I realized since he turned 30, I'm old enough to be his father. So that's cool. Fun one there. Right, son. Otis from Pine and Elite Woodworks. That guy's got the energy of a smoothie machine thrown into a wood chipper. I
gotta see it.
He's gonna fucking every time I say some shit like that, he's gonna fucking find some way to make a Photoshop image of it. So
I love it.
He's gonna have to pay for fucking Midjourney soon to be able to keep up. So good luck, good luck there, Otis. Nick from Nick Brim Woodworks. He's not making anything with brims, guys. So stop asking. And then Judd from I'm killing it. Niven and Sons Woodworks. He's got a cool logo. Thank you, Patreons, for your support. We really appreciate you sticking with us for all these shenanigans. If you want to be a Patreon, fucking go ahead.
Dude, fucking do it. No, dude, I've been getting hit up right and left by our people. Like, dude, when is the next episode? People love this shit. They want it. They're clamoring for it. So,
look. I want Ben and I want to get out episodes as much as you want us to get out episodes.
Yeah, believe us. Maybe I can get you to record from the Bahamas. That would be. Maybe we'll do like a Skype one or something, like an old school where you don't need to bring your microphone or anything. we'll just call you or something. I don't know.
Dude, we could do that. I don't know how we would do the Barcelona, but look, I'll be fucking going like all over the place, like for fucking weeks at a time. Like I don't look, if you don't care about the audio quality, we can fucking wing it, bro.
On tour.
I could bring my. You know what I could do is I could bring my. I got that new microphone, it's not new, but the DJI microphone,
the Rode or the little
DJI one. It plugs into my
Yeah.
iPhone. I bet you get some
fuck
real
yeah,
good
dude.
audio quality.
I'll
Quality out of that one. Great. Audio quality is going to be fantastic. All right.
Fuck, I missed you, bro.
Fuck.
So much fun.
This fucking shit is so. I love it. All right, dude. It helps and hurts our friendship. This fucking podcast. So I can't tell you how many times I'm like, "Fuck hot honey, I need to talk about Ben about this." So, all right.
Get us out of here.
All right. Thanks, guys. Beef and stuff. Take it away, Tim. Beef and stuff. I gotta get you the beef and stuff shit.
I know, dude. God. All right.
I gotta go.
Bye, guys.
I gotta go call Uber about a dog ride. So.
This has been a ConMan creative production. Text us anytime at 908 768 2664 or send us a message on our Instagram, thejointery podcast. You can find Ben at Condorosa Creations or Luke at Luke in the Garage, everywhere that social media is sold. That's garage, not garage. Say it properly.